for this and it happened.
Uncle fucking House, who's supposed to be
are the shoes of a champion. This jacket right here, shoes of a champion.
Hey,
No heat.
All right. We are back, and not only are we back with me, we are back with the OG, and we are back with Lezu, and that makes 3. So
We're back, baby. We're back. It's a 3.
Sir.
Dev and Dill. Let's get it popping, baby.
we
Here
are officially now Dev and Dilly. Not Dev and Dilly, Dev and Dilly.
Yeah.
Don't get it mistaken. Come on now.
Nice right there. That's nice.
You gotta think about it. But here's the situation. We got Ennis for a little bit about a time here, so we're gonna just pick his brain over the things that we know that he wants to talk about the most, and then when he has to roll out, me and Dev will just take the shit from there. And we got a pretty lengthy pod here, but like I said, I know what Ennis wants to talk about. It is, I know you. So we will just talk about the segment on Raw that involved the Wyatt Six, that involved Bo Dallas. It originally was supposed to involve Pat McAfee, but we learned that the next day Pat McAfee's father-in-law passed away. So shout out to his family, prayers with him. That's a horrible situation. So that's why he wasn't, supposed to be. That's why it was intended for him, and he didn't get it. Michael Cole did it. But if you take all that out of it and just the video package of him basically talking to himself in a fourth wall.
Woo!
I mean,
Yeah.
We'll start it with you.
Anyway, OG.
So to me, man, like it was like almost like for a moment I was like I stopped watching wrestling for a second. Like this was like I mean this was like peak entertainment. Like this was exactly it to me. Like I mean mentally it made me start to think like wait, is he really talking about his real feelings? Oh wait, is he acting? Or is this the character? Or what's going on? But actually I had to go back and watch it like 2 more times because it was that good. And it's like there are gems in there that he's dropping as well, which I know he's setting the stage for things to come down the line, but it was just so well done. It continued. Of course, I want more. I want a whole damn day of Weiss just kicking people's ass.
Yeah.
It was done so well, even with the lead up to it with Nikki kind of crawling into the ring. You know what I mean? It's like I was like, okay, something else gonna happen, but all of those little things kind of led up to that moment, which made it. I mean, even a VHS tape, like I was like, that's dope, man. It's just.
I love how Michael Cole was like, we're gonna check this out later because we're gonna go have somebody try to find a VHS.
Yeah,
because we don't know if we have one.
Yeah, but no, man, it was good. I mean, all of the edit, it was edited so good, man. Like it really made you really think about it. Honestly. I read a lot of reports this week about people saying how WWE has to be careful how they approach this because it could go really well or it could go really bad. And for me, I'm like, if they do this kind of shit, this is prime storytelling at its finest. But it has to translate over into the ring, though. Like, we have to see in-ring work that this translates over into. If not, it just becomes a horror movie. So we have to have some in-ring. You know what I mean? At some point in time, it has to get in ring. I'm still banking on Alexa Bliss joining or somebody else joining because I always follow things online. I saw it was a frame artwork of the Wyatt Six and Uncle Howdy was standing over one of the last frames, but he was kind of blocking it almost as if somebody else is there. And I mean, the 2 people who I would love to see added to will either be Braun Strowman, so he can stop that fucking dinosaur run, or Alexa Bliss would be dope because then they could attack the women's division. And kind of what they were saying is with Alexa Bliss and Nikki, then they could attack every brand. They could be all over. That would be perfect, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, it was supreme storytelling at its finest.
Yeah, for sure. I agree, man. It was fantastic. Like I actually I was just catching up on Raw because I missed like the last couple bits of it, and I saw that, man, and I was just like. it gave me a completely different feel from all the vignettes and everything. Like, in my opinion, what Bo Dallas did there was he like turned this into, he really made this something completely like his. You know what I'm saying? Like for Bray Wyatt, but it's his. You know what I mean? Like this is Uncle Howdy. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, it's got to be translated into in-ring work because we know they can keep up the scary look. We know they got the storytelling, but they got to be able to put that work in the ring, man. But I'm really excited to see that part of that, like the team come together, because when that come together, I think wrestling changes at that point.
Yeah, I agree. I would almost like it if they did something where we didn't see them fight for a while, and almost how Bo Dallas had an interview with Uncle Howdy. Am I crazy to say that I want every single one of them to have an interview with their character? Give me Eric Rowan having an interview with the Rabbit, talking about how does it feel knowing that out of the original 3, you're the only one left. Give me one with Joe Gacy talking about how you are the next coming of Bray Wyatt. What does that mean to you? Give me one with Nikki Cross saying you are the Abby the Witch. Are you Sister Abigail? Who are you? You were demented months ago. How did this all start? And then we get another interview with Dexter Lumis, and maybe Dexter Lumis, he doesn't talk. So what if it's just, hey, hear me out here still, just drawing pictures. And it's just like pictures of why did you do this? And you can make that so menacing of just 2 minutes of pictures. I want every single member to have an interview like how Bo just did. Where it was like breaking almost the fourth wall.
Yeah.
If you keep, man, I'm telling you, but like I said, if you keep that up, the expectation for, even if you prolong the in-ring work, the expectation is going to be extremely high. Yeah. And they got to acknowledge that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope Bo Dallas and the YS6 know, like, you can prolong it, but when you guys get in there, it's got to be big. It's got to be like,
one thing I'll say I don't want to happen is one of Bray's last matches, that damn Mountain Dew glow up match.
Oh God,
that was dumb from the concept. That concept's completely stupid.
It was stupid.
Like that's the one thing. It almost had to be how with the bloodline, how they told the story kind of led up to it, and then they were kind of, you see some in-ring work. We have to get to that point. I like the teasers. I like the vignette. I like all the vignettes.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Would you rather, instead of doing a Mountain Dew Pitch Black match, because we know the WWE now can get in their fucking bag with cinematic matches.
That is true.
When they try Firefly Funhouse, Boneyard match, when they try with cinematic matches, would you rather them, instead of doing like pitch black dumbass matches, instead of immediately going into wrestling matches, it's almost like cinematic matches, and then we go into wrestling matches?
Yeah, I feel that.
That's a good question, man. Honestly, because like that's what we're talking about, like AEW and like more wrestling, technical wrestling, WWE, like almost cinematography, like find that fine line. I feel like you don't want to alienate and lose people by swaying one way or the other.
Sure.
You can't do, like, when they go to Netflix, it's gonna be fucking crazy, I believe. But you can't.
Yeah, we're gonna be calling them Seth fucking Rollins when they go.
Yeah, it can't all be movies. Because in that case, then it's like I might as well watch a movie. So it all can't be. Maybe certain elements are cinematography at its finest, but not the entire thing. But they just tell such great stories that they gotta get in that damn ring. Even if it's starting out just attacking people, like in the ring, they have to bring them out into the ring. Like, you know what I mean? Like that. That's going to be it. But I can see them like limiting their in-ring work to start out, a little bit. But they got to build a story, whether it's another member or not, or whatever the faction they're going after, or whomever it is. They got to get in the ring. You know what I mean? You can only do so much attacking and scaring the shit out of people. But
it is WWE at the end of the day.
Yeah. You get your ass in the ring. Come on.
Yeah, but the thing is that why they get in the ring? Who do they go after? Because I don't think they're going after Gable. I think that's done. I think Gable's done, because when Gable came out of the ring and when she came out and all the smoke and everything, they didn't show the camera to Gable like, oh my God, look at him so scared. They didn't acknowledge him. Gable just left. And then they immediately went to the Michael Cole segment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they showed him going up to Otis after, the whole thing and being like, hey, man, I might have fucked up. I need some help. And them not caring. And then they had the thing with the Creeds. But I think that's just going to go into him and the Creeds. I don't think it's going to go with – I don't think Uncle Howdy and Chad are going to be continuing this. I think that's all that was.
Yeah.
That was to get him to the Creeds.
Yeah. I agree. I think that was a good lead-in for him.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because he looked like this.
Bro, everybody's saying this man is dead, bro. I couldn't believe it.
He was saying he got shot in the head.
Triple H is like, I thought we little blood would be like, you know what I mean? He got punched in the head, you know what I mean? Busted open like a regular match. Nah, nigga said he got shot in the head. Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, let me ask you a question. If I was laying on the floor and you saw me like this, do you think you would see me? Do you think you would see me at work next week with a fucking with a bang?
No.
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't see me for a long, long time.
I'd be like, damn, pour out something for Dylan. Lived a good life.
Rip, I'm dead.
Yeah, it's over.
I'm sorry, but I think it's great how Triple H went on Pat McAfee show and was like, he's not dead. He's still alive. All these people online, they draw to conclusions, but it's like, at the end of the day, I don't think we're drawing to conclusions. I think we're just, if we see this, we're assuming, you know.
But you know, one thing I say before I get out of here, guys, and what I say is, I think that even when like Triple H goes on Pat McAfee, social media also breathes, and all those like the memes, all this shit, this also helped breathe into the story. Like people, the jokes that he's dead, and you know was Gunther one of the guys. You know what I mean? All those things, those elements add to the story and the whole thing. So now Triple H goes on and he says it, or on Pat McAfee, Pat's lights go out. You know, things like that.
Yeah,
that's building onto the story from that's another level of storytelling, because this isn't even on Raw or SmackDown. This is like on a whole other network, and elements of what we saw on Raw are happening other places, or like you know Y6, they would take over like WWE's Twitch, things like that. That element, that's just great storytelling and great kind of building up that momentum. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to seeing how this starts to blow out more. But you know, fellas, you know, I love kicking it with y'all, man, but I gotta get out of here.
Of course.
All right, man. You know what it is, OG. Enjoy your time with the family. We great having you.
All right, man.
Thanks for giving us 12 minutes.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, I appreciate you, Ennis. We'll catch you next time.
Peace.
All right, now we can move on back to the originally scheduled program. I kind of just jumped into the middle of the podcast with the notes there, but hey, Ennis is a good guy, so I wanted, you know.
Honestly, I
How you
like
doing, Dev? You're back on the pod. It's been 3 weeks. God damn it. It's been a fucking minute, man. I missed you. The people missed you.
Been a minute, man.
The people were like, hey, isn't there another guy that's normally here? And I was like, no, Devin's just got a little older.
Nah, man, but I'm happy to be back. I was just, you know, super busy. You know what I mean? I'm a rock star, you know what I'm saying? So rock stars get busy. But at the same time, this is also another one of my priorities. So I will make my best effort to be here as much as possible.
Hey, man, here's the thing. No one's ever going to be mad at you for making money. Here's what people need to understand. Both times that Devin has missed the podcast, he's been making money. So I'm never going to tell Devin, hey, stop making money to come do this.
Unless Pod is making money, then
unless Pod's making money, and that's cool at the end of the day here.
And that's a reasonable argument there. Then we'd be having a different conversation.
You know, a goal would be to make money, but at the end of the day, I don't know if it's a priority. I feel like that's
not at all a priority.
It's more of a bonus if it happens.
Absolutely, 100%.
All right, but this was the original first thing that I wanted to talk about, because I wanted to start with SmackDown, because, you know, that happens the day after our podcast. So, weekend review, whatever you want to call it. I got a fucking clip for everything except for the weekend review. I got to get a clip for that. All right. Drew McIntyre retired on Raw, said I'm quitting, and then he comes back. Oh, yeah. 4 days later on SmackDown in Chicago, and
Drew is back.
Beat the living shit out of CM Punk. We couldn't see it. We just saw the trailer open and Punk's bloody ass on the ground, Drew carrying him out to the stage, and then came on to Raw and honestly gave one of the best promos I've seen him give in a long time, talking about how AJ Lee and Larry are going to be on his wrist so that when he wins Money in the Bank, Punk's family will be with him in the moment. Like, my God. He got a Larry chant in the crowd because he called his dog stupid. That's
crazy, bro.
It was a great promo from Drew. But yeah, Drew's back. And in my opinion, Drew got more heat on the SmackDown in Chicago than Punk did in Scotland.
I agree. I agree.
Okay,
Which is crazy to say considering
with
obviously where Punk is from. But I think honestly it's good to have Drew back, even though it wasn't. I mean, it's good to have Drew back, quote unquote.
Yeah, he was gone all of 5 days.
Like, geez, man. But I hope hey, listen. My only hope is that they continue to build this like they're building it, man, and that match is what it needs to be in ring wise. This is another huge thing that we want to talk about, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just in ring we got to get. It's got to be top tier. You know what I'm saying? To back these stories.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that I mean, there's no which I don't know which scenario I want more. Okay, would you rather the obvious, which is, Drew's climbing the ladder, Punk pushes the ladder over, screws him over, or, and this is kind of what I want Drew to win Money in the Bank, cash in the same night, and then Punk comes out, fucks him over, he fails his cash in, and then Drew loses his shit.
That would be, hey, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Nah, the thing is, I don't even. How do you show that? How much more can you show Drew losing his shit? Like, to that point, because at that point, I'm actually gonna kill you. Like, the WWE aside, like all this funny shit. Like, you fucked me up then. Like, I know that this is just vendetta, and now we gotta actually scrap.
Yeah, I think scenario 2 might be a less popular decision, but I just saw Money in the Bank cashed in 3 months ago. I'm okay. I really am. And you're gonna give me a women's one? I'm okay if a failed cash in happens same night on some shit like that to elevate that story, because I just think that would be so great if it's like,
it would.
Oh my God, Drew actually won. Like, they didn't fuck him over. Oh, wait a minute. This is why he didn't fuck him over, because he waited for the match. Okay, gotcha.
The only reason they can't do that too though is because he already did that. Like, if Punk would have stopped him from beating Seth, like, and then Seth would have won, and then you do that, then you could do it.
Well, no, he didn't do it before.
I know. I'm saying before.
He was the reason, you
Drew
can
won
do it because he got cashed in on. Yeah, now you would be failing the cash in, so it's different. You could do it.
No, I honestly, it's like tied shoelaces. The string's all messed up. I don't know where to go back to.
You meant to say the word can, and I think you accidentally said can't, and that's where this is all mumble jumbled. I think that's why.
Possibly.
I think that's why. Yes, because I was defending an argument, and you're like, wait, I'm for that argument, and we were on the same page. So I think that's what happened. But yeah, so now we have obviously Drew. It's Drew, Sheamus, and Ilya on Raw for Money in the Bank, which is an amazing match.
Amazing.
That's an amazing match. But I think that you would have to have Drew now in Money in the Bank because, most people see where this is going to go. Sometimes 2 + 2 = 4. And I think
but here's my thing. I think that Punk is just going to stop Drew from winning it in general because I don't think that Drew is the best option when it all comes down to it. No.
You know what I mean? It would only be to elevate that storyline. That would be the only reason. It would not, The favorite, I think, for Money in the Bank is Jey Uso. But I got Chad Gable. Thank you.
I hope Chad Gable wins, personally.
Oh, yeah. Everyone wants to hop on that fucking bandwagon after I texted
Oh, man.
after I texted in the group chat, you and us were like, oh, that's a great pick. Not going to lie. Yeah. Because I said it first. Gable for Money in the Bank. I don't give a fuck. You can hop on right away. I think a lot of people after Raw. I think a lot of people after Raw were kind of like, oh, Gable actually might not be a bad pick. Yeah.
No. Look at the goddamn film. I've always been riding Gable, man. Gable's my dog.
You never said a word about Gable for Money in the Bank. Show me the receipts.
Okay, first of all, just because you say something before somebody else can say it doesn't mean that somebody wasn't thinking it before.
I'm not saying you can't say it. I'm just saying you never advocated for him to win Money.
As a matter of fact, you know what? I didn't. L.A. Knight, yeah.
Yes, that is who. Yes, I agree. That's who I thought you had winning. You have L.A. Knight. Ennis has Jey Uso. I have Chad Gable.
I forgot L.A. Knight was in the match.
Well, what if he loses and Santos wins on SmackDown?
They would just be fumbling the bag at this point, bro. I don't know what else to do for this motherfucker, dude.
It's Logan Paul versus LA Knight versus Santos in the qualifier.
Wait, say that again? You said Santos and who?
Santos, LA Knight, Logan Paul. That's the triple threat. That is fear. You see that? You see that? That is the fear of not believing.
It's just got
WWE.
bullshit written all over it. You can't tell me it doesn't have bullshit written all over it. Hey, I'll tell you what though, if he wins,
that match is gonna go? How do you think
if LA Knight wins, he is winning Money in the Bank, bro. He's winning. Mark my words, he's winning. He's winning.
So you see LA Knight winning that match?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna say I do too because I think it would be the only way they don't have LA Knight in that match is if they're doing him versus Logan Paul at Money in the Bank, not SummerSlam, Money in the Bank. You know what I mean? Because he's not gonna fight in 2 matches in once.
That's
right?
the only way.
That's
but at
the
the same time,
I'm wearing an LA Knight shirt, right? I'm sweating right now. Okay, I am.
Let me talk to you. Yeah.
I'm with you right now. Okay. I'm with LA Knight, Money in the Yeah. Would it be Money in the Yeah or would it be Yeah in the Bank?
Money in the Yeah.
I like Money in the Yeah.
Money in the Yeah.
Okay, so we talked about Drew. As far as SmackDown, I think the only other memorable thing that happened was the bloodline finally got interesting.
God, this motherfucker Cody's always getting caught in the debuts, bro. How many times has this nigga been debuted on?
I don't know. Let's ask Thomas. Yeah, Thomas says about 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So
I don't understand why they keep putting the debuts up against Cody, bro. Why would you? I don't understand that, but it is dope.
Yeah, we were sitting here. We were going, hey, this bloodline story starting to get a little bad. I made myself laugh my ass off when they walked out, and Solo and his boys walk out, and I go, oh, look, it's Solo and the Tongans. And I go, oh my God, that sounds like a band. It's Solo and the Tongans. I was like, that's not intimidating.
It does sound like.
That's like a fuck yeah. I was like, oh my God, that's like an old 80s band. It's Solo and the Tongans. Hey.
Aloha. Okay, my bad.
No, but like genuinely, that's what it sounds like.
It is.
Finally, you know what they said, Devin?
No, Solo!
Make this shit.
They said enough. Solo, make this shit interesting. And Jacob Fatu comes in, and Jacob Fatu, and this is a hot take, did more in 4 minutes than both of the Tongans have done in 2 months.
Correct.
Yes,
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna pour some water all over that take. And that water is going to be pretty cold. I'm going to make that take cold because, God damn it, Solo and the Tongans haven't been really getting me fired up at all, to be completely honest.
Nope. And Super Kick.
What is Solo's best match?
Like in a ring or like
yes, in ring.
That he came away from? Okay.
No, in ring. Like his best in-ring performance. How about that?
Best in-ring performance would be... I gotta think about this.
Yeah, I know.
It's not on pay-per-view. It would be when he was okay. Hear me out. Okay. I'm gonna give you a timeline of his best matches. Okay.
Okay.
From the time period of when he debuted at Clash of the Castle.
Yeah.
Until WrestleMania 39.
Right.
Every match he was putting on Raw and SmackDown, and he was winning, were bangers. He was putting on consistent bangers. From NXT, I would even go,
he was okay. Yeah,
I would even go from NXT till
that
2-year stretch, bangers.
But 39 was a year ago. Now, 39 is almost 2 years ago.
And he thumbed him 50 times. But then, after that.
No. What I want to know is when was his last best performance?
Okay, the last best performance that I can remember was his tag team match at Backlash.
That's what I was thinking.
performance-wise. That was a great
I
match.
mean,
It was great.
Fatu, bro, he's going to apply some heavy pressure to the bloodline.
Fatu gave 3 super kicks. He no-sold Kevin Owens super kick. Gave another super kick. Gave a Samoan drop on Kevin Owens onto the steel steps. Speared Randy Orton through the barricade. And then gave a Samoan splash through Cody Rhodes through the announce table. The 3 out of the 4 biggest faces on SmackDown, take out LA Knight, were taken out by one guy, Jacob Fatu. WWE was very worried about bringing Jacob Fatu in for the past couple months because they said they didn't want him to overshadow Solo. And once I saw his debut, I think they were very right to be worried.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think now that they waited for Solo to be in this leader role, for him to be the crazy werewolf enforcer, because if Solo's still the enforcer and then Jacob Fatu comes in, nobody gives a fuck about Solo. Because they're like, whoa, this guy's better. He's crazier. I would describe Jacob Fatu. I've seen people online saying this.
Yeah.
And I think it's a perfect comparison. He's Jeff Hardy and Umaga mixed.
Ooh.
That's the best way to describe him.
That's a crazy-ass way to describe any wrestler. That sounds like some shit you make on the game. Umaga and Jeff mixed, bro. And you're right. You're absolutely right. And I'm not going to lie to you, man. I think that they're going to play the angle of Jacob Fatu not really riding with that bloodline and riding with the other bloodline because I think we all know a civil war is brewing.
I think that we all know the civil war is brewing. I think right now that people, if you take out The Rock, you look at it and you have 4, right? So the other side would only have 3. Who would be the 4?
Zilla
Fatu makes a great case. But this is a perfect segue into something that I wanted to bring up. They're probably going to make it Sami Zayn. And do you want to know why? Because I have a problem with Sami Zayn. I'll let you, yeah. Do whatever you need to do.
All right, go ahead.
So my problem with Sami Zayn is this motherfucker gets bored and just starts looking for shit to interfere in and starts fucking everything up. Now, you can make the case for Sami Zayn and the Bloodline being the best storyline of you already know I'm fucking going with this. You can make the case for Sami Zayn and the Bloodline being the best storyline because of what the end result was, right?
Yeah.
But do you remember before the Sami Zayn came into the Bloodline, they were very united. Pretty happy family, I would say. Sami came in and they were a little bit happier for a couple months. And then all of a sudden, some friction happened because Sami wanted to turn on the Tribal Chief. Sami brought Jay with him. And now all of a sudden, Sami is, honestly, you could say, the reason why Jey Uso and everything is the way that it is.
Yeah.
Okay?
Correct.
So what happens? Sami gets bored, doesn't have anything going on, and says, oh, I'm going to go fuck with this Alpha Academy situation that has nothing to do with me, and I'm going to go fuck with this Otis. And this now to the point where backstage, and I know that I'm just like a heel guy, and like when I look at wrestling, but the last time you went up to backstage, I was literally like, leave them alone. Like, they don't fucking want anything to do with you anymore. Like, they don't want anything to do with Chad. Leave them alone, Sami. Like, and Sami gets into them. Oh, what happens after Sami gets involved? Now, fucking Otis wants nothing to do with Gable. So maybe Sami Zayn should just fucking stay by himself and keep his nose out of everyone else's fucking business. Because I'm starting to have a problem with it. I need to get that off my chest.
Yeah. They had a compelling story with Chad Gable and Sami Zayn. Chad lost. That's fine. But do we have a segment for Sami and Brian? Because I want to talk about that.
I mean, we can talk about that right now.
Yeah. No. So my problem with Sami Zayn, my problem personally, you have
look at this. You have a problem too. I didn't even know that. That's perfect.
My problem with Sami Zayn personally is he has played the underdog role for too long. Now, I know what you might be thinking, ladies and gentlemen. I know what you might be thinking. You might be, Sue, listen, like, sometimes the underdog role is played perfectly. Sometimes you're just supposed to be an underdog champion. Listen, there's a perfect mix between, underdog and just, I don't know how to explain it. All I want to say is my problem with Sami Zayn is that when he's going into these matches, he's not looking like a formidable warrior. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's holding the championship.
I can help pull out what you're trying to say. You're trying to say that when, in the UFC terms, perfect way to put it, I get what you're trying to say. When somebody is a contender and then becomes the champion, they're now the favorite. But when Sami Zayn is the champion, he's still not the favorite.
That's exactly what I was saying. Yes. That's exactly what I was saying. Like, bro, it was great when you were the underdog, but you're the champion. You have the belt. You have it. You're defending it now. So now you have to act like I'm the champion. Fight me if you want to. I'll beat your ass. But when Brian looked at that nigga, he was like, I'm going to break you. I was like, oh my God, he's going to break him. You know what I'm saying?
He already broke Ricochet. What the fuck's going to stop from breaking him?
Like, Sammy, you don't look like a formidable matchup to this guy. Like, I really think that they might he might get squashed. I don't know. I don't know.
No. It's in Canada. Money makes
Oh,
Canada.
okay.
He won't get squashed.
Okay, fair enough. No, he's not getting squashed. Although that would be a fire ass debut for Brian.
I'm a little surprised they pulled the trigger this early. I thought.
Yeah, I am too. I would. Yeah, I agree. Yep.
SummerSlam, I was like, probably gonna do something with him and Sammy.
Yeah.
Money in the Bank's a little early.
I wasn't surprised about that. I do agree.
I was like, oh shit! I thought we were gonna get a fatal 4-way. I thought we were gonna get Sheamus, Ludwig, and then do it to where he pins Sheamus or Ludwig, and then you get the 1-on-1 at SummerSlam. But I'm very curious to see what they do with this because I don't see Sammy beating Braun clean. There's no way. I don't give a fuck.
But what other way does Sammy take that away?
It's not happening. So I'm very interested to see where they go with this. But yeah.
But okay, hold on. But so my only thing is I just feel like there's two ways to go with this. It's either Sami Zayn wins and you get a rematch, or he loses. I just don't see any other way. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I feel like him winning clean and getting out of this and, like, that being a feud put to the side, now Brian Breaker goes a separate way, Sammy goes a separate way, and Brian doesn't have the title. The way they've been building this man, bro, that around his belt is going to be crazy. But at the same time, I could see it from a perspective as it is too early to pull the trigger, but not too early to have the match. So, you do what you do and you lose it. So I could see that point as well. But that's my take on it.
I don't want them to put themselves in a pickle. I don't want them to put themselves in a hole where now you are kind of in a spot where I feel like they're in a spot where Braun's got to win because it would be almost stupid to have.
Stupid! Exactly.
I'll use the word. It would be stupid to have Sammy win this match.
It would be stupid.
Against Braun.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right.
Yeah, I'm laughing because I didn't mean for this to be a 10-minute shit on Sami Zayn. But that's kind of what it turned into.
Sammy, listen, man. Anytime I come at a wrestler, all I want is the best out of them. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not a wrestler. I can't tell you what to do. I can just tell you what I want to see.
Exactly.
That's all I can do.
Thanks.
I'm just looking at my teeth right now. They look pretty good.
Hey, cha-ching. My boy got some new dentures. Shiny teeth, shiny teeth. Chip Skylark over there.
I feel really good about him. I feel really confident.
I hear a fly.
Uh-oh. That fly's trying to fuck on you.
Whoa. No diddy.
Sorry, I was watching. I can't remember. I think it was Tyler the other day. He was outside and he was like, "This guy's trying to fuck on me."
I'm trying to wonder where I bought some spray. I don't know where it's at though.
Ooh, what kind of spray?
Fly spray.
Oh. Anyways. We'll move on. There's something else I wanted to talk about that I just thought was a little bit confusing. So, Michin, aka Mia Yim, she is on SmackDown.
Yeah.
She's also on NXT.
Right.
Okay. NXT is a brand for WWE, correct? Just the same as SmackDown.
Right.
They're not two different worlds, right?
No.
They're both still in the WWE. Okay. So why the fuck is she a face in SmackDown, a baby face, and then a heel on NXT? So, okay, I want to explain this to you. So I'm watching SmackDown last week, and she is in an altercation with Tiffany Stratton, saying, "You need Nia Jax to do all your dirty work. you're this and that. And then Nia Jax comes out of nowhere, fucking squashes her.
Yeah, I
and
remember
her
that.
and Tiffy are like, cry about it, blah, 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 right? Face thing, not me again. The face.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, you're a face. You're getting your ass beat by Nia Jax, a big heel.
Okay, on SmackDown, she jumps Jada Parker and the OC jump OTM, who are pretty over, honestly, in NXT,
Yeah.
the same way that she got jumped on SmackDown and then is like, yeah, we can have a street fight about it next week. And I'm like, okay, so she's a heel. But so I'm like, what the fuck are we treating NXT and SmackDown like two different universes? And she's a baby face here and a heel here. I didn't understand.
You know what can solve your question? It doesn't matter because she's not getting a belt anytime soon.
Okay, but it does matter to me because I'm a confused wrestling fan now.
Fair enough.
Because now I'm gonna watch her tomorrow on SmackDown. And when she gets jumped, I'm gonna be like, "That's payback for what you did Wednesday, bitch." I'm not gonna be feeling bad for you and being like, "Damn, again." No, I'm gonna be like, "This is what you fucking get." So
yeah,
I don't. Or just turn her heel, just turn her face,
or just turn her face. Yeah,
don't do both.
No
I'm
one way.
confused. And now you have a confused wrestling fan. That's the worst kind of wrestling.
Yeah, I have no clue what they're gonna do on either side at that point.
You would rather have people cheer or boo. You don't want people going, I don't know what to do. Do we like her or do we hate her? Because then you get no noise.
Facts. That's the worst.
Yes, that is the worst. If it's silent, nobody gives a fuck. All right. I feel like we're kind of on a tangent here. We're kind of went off a little on Sammy, went off a little on Michin. Let's keep that same energy. We got new tag team champions. The Judgment Day win the World Tag Team Championships on Monday Night Raw. Yeah!
Woo!
Oh, yeah!
Every single day.
I'm going to try to find the words to say this. Split the tag teams up just to do the same shit.
Just a big old buzzer there. Because goddamn did they fuck this up, man. I agree.
My only question is, okay, now I want you to correct me here, Dylan Stone.
Okay.
What the? Now let me repeat this. What the fuck has Awesome Truth done? Please enlighten me and correct me. I don't know, and I'm craving for you to tell me some good stuff.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Do you mean how they elevated the titles?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, they haven't. They've had backstage segments. They've been a comedy act, and they've just been given titles. And every single match that they have won has been because of shenanigans.
Yeah.
Because they can't control some funny shit with R-Truth.
Absolutely.
This was WWE giving R-Truth and The Miz a rightful tag team championship run, and then realizing, like I said, pull up the receipts on the very first podcast. They can lose these titles on the very first defense, the Monday after WrestleMania, because they were only there to get that moment at WrestleMania.
Now, here's my thing.
They were not there to elevate the titles. They were not there to defend the titles. They were just there. They held them a lot longer. 2 months.
That's exactly what I was going to go in, bro. My thing is, I was just so surprised and mad that they held it as long as they did.
Yes.
Like, what did they do? What did they do with the titles? Like, yeah, it might have been funny stuff, but like, I mean, the Raw matches were good.
It was a prop, and now they realized, oh, there's a storyline that's bigger than them. Let's use the prop for Judgment Day. Now, if you take that away, I do want to say, I think it's really cool for JD McDonough, for those who know the lore. JD McDonough was Jordan Devlin in NXT UK and was Finn Balor's protege. Finn Balor trained him how to wrestle. Finn Balor got him into wrestling. They grew up in the same part of Dublin. This is like super full circle moment that now he gets to win the tag team championships with Finn Balor. I do want to just point that out because there is some That's sick. That's super cool for him, and I know that's a really big moment. So I do,
Shout out
yes,
JD,
I
shout
know
out
on this
JD.
shitty situation, I do want to point out some positives, but I think that these guys are going to do exactly what The Miz and R-Truth did, and that is they're going to be filler titles for this live storyline thing for Rhea to come back and the Judgment Day to start crumbling or whatever, and then they lose
Okay, now when the Judgment Day crumbles, but I thought DIY is going for Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. So
yeah,
who's gonna
DIY is not on Raw. DIY is on SmackDown.
All right. So who's gonna take the?
Authors of Pain are feuding with New Day, and I would guess whoever wins that feud.
Gotcha.
And then you could do New Day versus Judgment Day. But in my opinion, I think that they're probably going to wait for the Creeds
I'm
and
thinking that.
Gable.
Yeah.
Because if I'm being honest, the tag team division right now is weird because what happened is we wanted them to split up the tag team championships so that all these great tag team matches we were seeing, we could, get some. The second they split the titles, they stopped giving us all these great
Stop giving us tag team
matches.
shit, damn near.
Yeah, they just basically were like, okay, you get maybe a tag team match or a tag team segment a night. And it's like, wait, all the tag teams. I watched a gauntlet match on NXT, 5 teams, 4 of them on the main roster. Legado, LWO, OC, and Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. They're all on the main roster. Like, I was like, what the fuck? You guys should not be on NXT.
Yeah.
You guys should be putting on bangers on SmackDown, on Raw. So
I don't know what we're doing in the tag
they
division.
gave us one thing and then took away another.
Which is terrible because if you ask me if I want fucking better matches or 2 tag belts, goddamn it, I want to take better matches.
You have fries, and then you said, "Can I have some ketchup with my fries?" They came back and gave you some ketchup and took the fucking fries away, and now you're like, "Well, now I just have fucking ketchup."
Who wants to eat just ketchup?
So that's what they did.
That's exactly what happened.
One thing away and put another. So they're like, "Oh, they won't notice." What am I supposed? I'm dipping my fingers in ketchup. Of course, I fucking notice.
Put the goddamn pack in my pause.
Yeah, you better stop. That was about to get bad. All right. I think we have something else WWE, but I don't see it. So I think I'm gonna just left it off here. No, I didn't. Do you have any? No, that's everything. Do you have anything you want to talk about before we jump into AEW? Just because you weren't here the last 2 weeks, so if there's anything that you just want to talk about because you were like, "Oh, I wasn't here for this," and you want to comment on anything, the floor is yours.
I just want to see. I just want to say I want to continue to see the development of Maxine Dupree. I don't want her to get buried after this Alpha Academy stuff takes off. I hope that she continues to get, you know what I mean, trained and pushed because I see some potential in her, man. So fucking Roca. That's all I gotta say.
You started watching NXT.
She is a demon. Javon Evans, shout out that youngin too, man. He's coming up. I'm excited to see him on the main roster as well.
When did you start watching NXT?
I keep up with wrestling, man. Just because I don't.
You don't watch NXT like that. You don't act like you.
You didn't even. You literally just didn't even let me finish. I said I keep up with stuff. That doesn't mean that I watch everything.
Okay, I know.
You didn't even let me finish.
When is the last time you watched an NXT episode live?
Probably like 2 months ago.
Okay. That actually would make sense.
Damn it! Something in my eye. Ah!
Okay, but yeah, I agree with you on both of those. Javon Evans in a fatal 4-way at Heatwave for the NXT Championship. So shout out to that young buck.
Thanks.
Okay, did you see Joe Henry in NXT?
I believe in
Yeah. Oh, I was fucking saying it before anybody else. And you were like, "Who's Joe Henry?" And I told you, you're gonna find out. Just wait, you're gonna find out.
You got something with being the first time. You got a little for that.
Because I'm not gonna sit here and say that I knew that this was gonna be the most viewed video of the year with 14.1 billion or million views on their Twitter. But what I am saying is that Joe Hendry has become the most talked about independent wrestler, and not in WWE, not in AEW, in all of TNA, and he's been doing it quietly for 2 years. And I've kind of just been loving him. And I didn't really say anything about him because there was no point because I didn't think he was going to go to AEW. I didn't think he was going to WWE. I was just going to stay in TNA forever. And I was just like, he'll be a sweet treat for TNA fans, right? But now that this whole merger with NXT happened, and now WWE fans are like, oh my God, who's this guy? Because a lot of people were like, why does everybody love him? Why is he so over? Why do I not know who he is? And then they do the lore, and then they go, oh, this guy's hilarious. But overall, do you think that the WWE is going to use him? Like, do you think this is going to be something? I would love to see him on a pay-per-view.
Shawn Michaels said, say his name and he'll appear. I think he is just bound to clash with the NXT. And for being honest, man, he's just a WWE format type of guy. I believe Joe Hendry.
So,
the guy, man. That is the guy.
Joe Hendry, for those of you who don't know, he's been doing the same bit for like 4 years. He did it in ICW. He did it in the Independents. He did it in TNA. And his stick is basically just making parody music videos off of famous songs about his opponents. That's it. He does it, and he does it great. That is it.
Fair enough.
But anyways, do some Joe Hendry lore. Just type in Joe Hendry on YouTube.
Yeah, I'll do some.
I was gonna say
I follow him on Instagram, but he's pretty funny there.
You will, yeah. I think you'll entertaining. He knows what he's doing. I'll put it like that. Last thing we have before we roll. Actually, we have 2 more things because we're gonna talk about something that's not wrestling, but we'll get to that at the end. Oh shit, a couple more things. Sorry. Before we roll into AEW, Devin, you weren't here last week when we started this, but did you catch that we started the D&D Top 5?
I did not.
So Top 5 is top 5 wrestlers that are currently most talked about, most like not Cody Rhodes number 1 because he's the world champion. Like last week, our current list that me and OG came up with was Uncle Howdy at number 1, Damian Priest number 2, Drew McIntyre number 3, Chelsea Green number 4, Liv and Dom at 5. So that's currently where we're at. We are going to roll into this week's top 5 right after I play the clip.
Hey, Dijak, take those stupid sunglasses off. We're inside.
Why is Chad Gable fucking him like that? Why? Just why?
So, first things first. Number 1.
Must be.
God bless your beautiful
Thank
soul
you.
for the second time.
Thank you.
Do we keep Uncle Howdy?
At number 1,
Dallas
absolutely.
at number 1? Okay. I'm with that. Because I think Bo Dallas, and that is still the most talked about. I feel like we should put Drew Mack at number 2.
After beating up CM Punk, I agree.
I think yes, and everything, and the promo on Raw, I think that everything that he cut, yes. I would, okay, we're on the same page for that. So then, if he goes to number 2, then that opens up number 3. Now, I don't want to just flip-flop Damian Priest because he didn't do anything this week. Honestly, that promo with Seth Rollins didn't do anything for me. It did more for Seth.
Could you say Nikki?
Well, I guess that would be, if we're going to do Uncle Howdy, I guess.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I asked, can you?
Yeah. I guess that would be included in that. I guess, honestly, number 3, I can make a case for Jacob Fatu. Most talked about this week. He is the...
Okay, well, we got to choose. How are we doing this? Are we doing, like, if we're talking about one guy in a group, are we doing Bloodline? Like,
well,
so
it depends.
Howdy, are we doing Wyatt?
Because here's my thing. I wouldn't say the Judgment Day because of what they did. I would say Liv Morgan and Dom. You know what I mean? How we have Liv and Dom. So I don't think I'd say the Bloodline. I'd say Jacob Fatu.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
So do you want to do Jacob Fatu at 3? Or do you think there's somebody else that's been more talked about this week?
Chad?
I think Chad is top 5. I think he's top 5. Is Chad above him, though? Who's higher?
I mean, Jacob Fatu has. I mean, for this week, it has to be Jacob Fatu. His debut was like one of the biggest like topics.
I think we do Jacob at 3 and Chad at 4. But I think I agree with you. I think Chad should be.
And he's not talked about, man. But I really do think that LA Knight is. I mean, he didn't do anything, but I don't know, man. I feel like he still got that. He's
talked about, but my thing is I hate to say it, but I feel like we should keep Liv and Dom at 5 because Liv is the whole reason we have new tag team champions.
Yeah. No, I agree.
That, and that,
I wasn't even thinking about that, honestly.
That storyline kind of went out through all of Raw with the gifts and bro, that promo in the ring, she called him Daddy Dom 6 times. 6, I counted. 6 times she called him Daddy Dom.
He be tripping, bro. She be tripping. I ain't gonna even lie to you, Ganger. She be taking that. Listen, bro. Hey, listen. If I'm a husband, bro, right, and a dude's coming on to my wife like that.
Oh, she's single as fuck. I promise.
You're not. I'm not, bro. Dom's wife is low key. She's a. Hey, God. Hey, yo. I want to take a second out of my day to say, God bless Dominic Mysterio's wife.
Do you know that
seeing that woman do that on TV, no matter how much you're like, it's his job.
Yeah.
She's playing her part pretty goddamn well. Yeah, it's me.
You know the 2 wrestlers in WWE that dated Liv Morgan and fumbled her? No, I was asking if you knew.
I do, but I don't remember.
Okay, first one I think you do know is Enzo Amore.
Yes, I do remember that. Yep,
I remember telling you that. Second one, which he's okay now because he's currently dating Sol Ruca, but Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate dated Liv Morgan. They broke up. Now he's dating Sol Ruca. So,
hey, I think he's on a Pete Davidson run, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's on a pretty fucking good run for himself.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are 2 guys that were dating her and then fumbled the bag. But you know what? Things happen.
Clearly, Dom ain't fumbling the bag.
Who else did she date? Bo Dallas. She dated Bo Dallas. And then I think things kind of got bumpy when the whole, like right before, I think Bray's passing, or right after. Right before. I think it was right before. But I think they had a thing. But anyways, yeah. Now Liv is single, and my God, she's got her eyes set on Dominic Mysterio. So yeah, I like that. I think Uncle Howdy 1, Drew McIntyre 2, Jacob Fatu at 3, Chad Gable at 4, and then Liv Morgan and Dominic at 5.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
All right, bet. Last thing that we have is AEW Forbidden Door. First things first, just want to say it. Too many goddamn matches. I'll say it once, I'll say it again. Too many goddamn matches. Including the pre-show, Devin. You ready for this? 12 matches on the card.
God damn! That's 2 pay-per-views. This ain't fucking Rampage and Dynamite. It's a goddamn pay-per-view.
You know what the worst part is? I think there's only 3 title matches. 4. There's 4 title matches.
You're fucking with me, dude. You're telling me there's 8 non-title matches and there's 4 title matches?
Let me check. We can check right here. I got it all
There's
pulled
no way.
up. I got it all pulled up right here.
Why should I care?
So I took out the 3 pre-show matches because.
Oh, okay, so there's 9 matches.
So 9 yeah, because we're not gonna. I don't watch them. You're not gonna talk about them. So yeah. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 championship matches, and one of them is a ladder match that's currently vacated.
Oh, that's better because that's still so many fucking matches. Why? Okay, I fuck with how many title matches there are, but why are there so many goddamn fucking around matches?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, MJF don't need a fucking pity match against High Kick. Come on, man. He don't need that shit. Orange Cassidy, Zack Sabre, yeah, it's a good match, but we don't need that shit.
What's his name, Dev?
Head shit. Hi Cesaro.
There we go. You got it at the end. All right.
And then what else we got? Bryan versus Shingo. Like, what the fuck, man? Why are we doing Bryan versus Shingo? What is Bryan versus Shingo gonna do for anybody? And I mean, hey, am I losing my fucking mind, or have I seen John Moxley versus Tetsuya like 19 times?
No, you haven't. You have never.
Okay.
Seen it. Okay.
I'm sorry. I just get the
So,
names confused.
We're gonna start with Damn, I thought I had a fucking.
Are we just doing picks here? Because I mean, if we go down all these goddamn matches and we start talking about it, we're gonna be here for another hour.
No, we're doing picks because if I
Okay.
wanted, I'm not. We'll talk about 3 of them. 3 of them I want to talk about.
Okay.
Okay. And I'll give you a hint.
Yeah, I can pretty much see goddamn all
I
of
was
it.
gonna say you could probably guess the 3 matches. Guess right now. What do you think they are? I'll just tell you if you're right.
Where's Strickland, Will Ospreay, Tony Storm, and Mina?
Yep, you're 2 for 2
And,
right now. I'll give you a hint. The 3rd one's your boy.
Really? OC versus that's a good fucking match. OC versus Zack Sabre is a good match.
Yeah, those are the 3 that I want to talk about in depth. But
Okay.
MJF, this is just a get him back on the pay-per-view.
I'm aware, but
match
I said, he's fucking MJF. He doesn't need that, but hey, whatever floats your boat, buddy.
I agree. This will probably be the opener, and this will probably be 10 minutes, and he'll win, and everyone will be happy. And then Adam Cole will probably come out, beat his ass, set up the pay-per-view match for whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, MJF, easy. That's
Easy.
That's easy peasy. Second match here is the Elite going up against the Acclaimed, and that is Hiromu Tanahashi. God damn it. The president of New Japan Pro Wrestling, the man who fought MJF at last year's Forbidden Door, and then the man who fought Jon Moxley at the first Forbidden Door for the AEW World Championship. He's teaming up with the Acclaimed, Scissor Me Daddy Ass, against the Elite. So, how do we feel about this one?
I mean, Elite's taking this shit home, man. I mean, they're going to put up I don't even know how good this match is going to be. The Acclaim is pretty damn good. So
yeah,
I
think it's going to be good because you got to, I don't know if you know, but Tanahashi and Okada, they put on some bangers in New Japan.
Got you. So, yeah,
Yes.
I'm going to say that they're going to do some damn good, but the Elite is in their bag right now. I mean, you're not going to be able to stop these boys for, it looks like, a while.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. I'm taking the Elite as well. I think that the Elite are on a pretty fucking good pace here. Next match we have is we only have 4 out of the 5 participants because last one they want to leave a mystery and people are like, it's Ricochet. And god damn it, you idiots. His contract doesn't expire until
I'm about to say, man, it's not going to happen that fast.
It's physically not possible. But there is Mark Briscoe, Konosuke Takeshita, Jack Perry, aka Jungle Boy, Lio Rush, Dante Martin. Now, if the anonymous person wins, then I guess cool, you could take anonymous if that's your pick. But
Yeah.
I'm going to take Jack Perry. They originally were going to give the title to Jack Perry, and then they were like, no, you can't just give the title to somebody. We're going to make a 6-man ladder match. And yeah, I think Jack Perry is going to be the TNT champion, and then you have all the Elite holding gold.
I'm going to take Lio Rush because for the fuck of it. But yeah, Jack Perry's most likely going to win.
That's the best. Bro said, I'm going to take him for the fuck of it because I can.
Actually, no, I'm going to take Lio Rush is definitely not fucking winning. I'm going to take Random. I'm going to take Random to win.
Okay, I was going to say Lio Rush and Dante Martin probably have the least probability of winning.
Yeah, correct.
They're the 2 high flyers that are going to do cool shit in the ladder match.
Correct.
Yes. I feel like the other pick, if it wasn't, you could pick anonymous because that you have a good case because we don't know who it is.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you're not going with Jack Perry, the other favorite would probably be Takeshita.
Yeah.
But next match, and this one I want to talk about a little bit in depth just because I'm very excited for this match because I feel like this is the match that we kind of got last year, although it was a fatal 4-way. I had it the second best match of the night, and that was with Orange Cassidy, Zack Sabre Jr., and 2 other men for the international
Wasn't it Daniel Garcia and
Shibata?
Yeah. It was that was a banger. That was a fucking banger.
And that was a fucking fantastic match. And Orange Cassidy pinned Daniel Garcia, so Zack Sabre Jr. is like, you never beat me. Sets up a perfect one-on-one match. And I'm so excited for this match because I feel like these two could not be any more different. Orange Cassidy is somebody that will rely on, his, I don't want to call it laziness because it's not lazy, but that's what he gives it.
That's what he would call it. So I think it's all right for you to call it.
Okay. So it's his laziness against Zack Sabre Jr.'s profound technical wrestling. And I just think there's going to be a lot of fun ways that Orange Cassidy is going to get out of holds. And there's got to be a lot of fun ways that Zack Sabre Jr. is going to be able to counter his shit. And I just think this wrestling match is probably going to end on a Orange Cassidy roll-up. because that's how they always fucking do it. If I had $1, I need to full screen myself real quick. If I had $1 for every fucking time that AEW gave Orange Cassidy a win by roll-up, I'd have at least $20. I was convinced when AEW Fight Forever came out, his finisher was going to be a roll-up. Sort of fucking got. Because every match that he won was by roll-up.
That's ridiculous. It is
and I was like, okay, I'm okay with that, but like, it's becoming his like normal. I'm expecting it.
I don't like that.
I'm going to take him to win by a roll-up because that's how they always do it. But yeah, I think this is going to be one of the best matches of the night, if not, the best match.
Yeah, I agree. Orange Cassidy versus Zack Sabre is damn near a dream match if you're a pure wrestling fan. And I know that these two men are going to put on a banger. So, yeah, I got OC.
I would assume you would take your boy. It would be the smart pick here. Next match is Toni Storm versus Mina Sakuraba. Sorry, her fucking last name is hard to say, so I'm just going to call her.
It's Shirakawa.
Shirakawa, thank you.
Yeah, Shirakawa.
I'm just guessing. I didn't even
Mina
look that up.
Shirakawa, yeah.
But I'm going to be honest with you. I've only watched Mina this year. I didn't know who she was until last year. Sorry. And Mina is somebody that is mostly the face of Stardom. She is one of the best professional wrestlers in Japan, among all women out there. She and Toni Storm have the history because Mariah May is best friends with Toni. Mariah May is best friends with Niga. So now Mariah May is in a situation where she's best friends with both of them. She literally, in the contract signing, was hugging both of them like, please don't fight. I just want you guys to be best friends. I love you both. And that's pretty much the main storyline of these two. But putting it aside, I have Toni Storm winning. And I have these two putting on, I talked about Toni Storm last time when they gave her time. She can cook. And I think that they're going to give her time to cook again here. So I'm going to take Toni Storm and what should be a banger.
Yeah, I'm going to take Toni Storm as well, man. She is on a roll right now, and I'm just honestly amazed at anything she does up to this point.
Yeah, yes. And then the next woman's Jesus, Devin. Put a rocket ship in your nose? The fuck's
allergies, man. Allergies. Let's just keep it fucking rolling, man. I've been holding up long enough.
Mercedes Moné and Stephanie Vacquier, for those of you who don't remember, I talked about last pay-per-view. They had Mercedes Moné going up against Willow Nightingale, and that was a rematch because of their New Japan Pro Wrestling match from last year. But for those of you who don't know, the match before that was Mercedes Moné versus Stephanie Vacquier. Mercedes Moné beat Stephanie Vacquier to advance to the Willow Nightingale match, which eventually lost. So these two women have faced off before. I have seen them fight before, and they put on a great match. And the only thing that I left that match thinking was, I wish it was longer. I wish it would have went a little longer. I wish it would have given more time. And I think this is going to be the more time that they're going to get. So I do want to just let everyone know that Stephanie Vacquier is someone you need to watch because she is not only making headlines in New Japan, but she's now doing it in New Japan, she's doing it in AEW, and she's doing it in AAA. So she's currently all over the world.
I'm excited to see this match, man. I don't know I didn't say anything there because I don't really know too much about her. But like I'm a big ass wrestling fan, so I'm excited to see how she can pop out and how she can show her expertise in AEW.
Yes, and I think we both have Mercedes winning this match.
Yeah, there's no question about that.
Yep. All right, next match is the only match on the card. Normally, they put on a couple Owen Hart matches because then you're like, okay, this match isn't a title match because it's the Owen Hart Cup tournament. But they only put on one this year, and that was Bryan Danielson versus Shingo Takagi. And I think the reason for that is because Shingo is going to make a one-off appearance in the quarterfinals. This is not like a round-robin tournament. It's a single elimination. So Shingo's going to come in, him and Bryan, beat the shit out of each other. Bryan's going to win and advance to the semifinals.
Yeah, I see this match being kind of a snooze fest. The wrestling technique is going to be good, but there's not going to be anything besides that. I'm going to think that Daniel Bryan's going to win.
Yes. Next match here, Jon Moxley, Tetsuya Naito. Now, for those of you who do not know,
Jon Moxley hates the Asians, man.
Yeah, he's fighting every Japanese in the world right now. But For those of you who don't know, Tetsuya Naito was a New Japan Pro Wrestling World Champion going into Wrestle Kingdom this year. Oh no, he won it at Wrestle Kingdom this year. He lost his World Championship to Jon Moxley. So this is the first official time that they have fought over the month reign that Jon Moxley has been World Champion. So these two can cook. These two have done it before. And I have a strong feeling that last year, do you remember how they gave Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega like main event time?
Yeah.
I think they're going to give them main event time. So
Really?
what they do at that main event time, I really hope that it's a fucking great match. I don't think they're just going to beat the shit out of each other. I like Moxley's last match with Takeshita. I feel like if they can do similar to that with Naito, it will be great. But I don't want it to be a 20, 30-minute match where I'm like, this match should have ended 10 minutes ago. So I have Moxley winning, but I think they're going to give him a lot of time. I just really hope that they cook with that time and they don't let it go to waste.
Honestly, man, I got a hot take, but I'm kind of tired of seeing Jon Moxley, man. I feel like since AEW started, he's just been like always fucking around. Him, Daniel Bryan, the main core guys. And while that's fine, I'm just ready to see some more talent shown in AEW. But Jon Moxley's definitely going to win this match. And I'm hoping to see a banger.
Yeah. I mean, I think the problem with Jon Moxley right now, just to touch on that a little bit, is he's been kind of the same character now ever since he came to AEW.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Just not even a needs to disappear, but a little reinvention, a little something new. I think that would honestly be all that you would need to,
I agree. I agree.
Main event. This one I will take away, and we can just go back to me and you, because, I know we're going to have some thoughts on this. Swerve Strickland, AEW World Champion. Will Ospreay, AEW International Champion. One-on-one main event for the AEW World Championship. I mean, this is, in my opinion, do not take this personal, WWE marks. I swear to fucking God. This is like Logan Paul, Cody Rhodes, level 2. Your mid-card champion versus the world champion in the main event. This is like that level 2.
I give it level 3 because Will Ospreay versus Swerve Strickland is a fucking match.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like that, but like on crack. That's better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because not only do we know that these are two of the best professional wrestlers in the fucking world, but it's a situation where I'm very curious to see how this pay-per-view ends.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because you're not going to let your international champion, Will Ospreay, who has beaten every legend in AEW, just lose to Swerve. And then just go back to defending his title like, it should happen.
Yeah.
Especially as personal as this rivalry's gotten. Second, I don't think you're going to have Swerve drop the AEW title so soon to Ospreay.
No way.
So I'm very interested how this pay-per-view is going to end.
I think it's honestly just going to be best man wins. I genuinely think that it's going to be best man wins. If AEW can fucking surprise me and cook something else, I would be very happy.
That's what I'm hoping for.
I think that it's just going to be a best man win type of match, and they're just going to put on an absolute classic 5-star banger.
Yeah, I agree. I think this has potential to be match of the year. I mean that. And I think that at the end of the day, I don't know what to pick because I don't see either title changing hands.
Yeah.
So I guess I will go with Swerve winning the match because I don't see him losing the title. So I guess I'll take Swerve.
Yeah, I'll take Swerve to win too. I mean, Will Ospreay is my dog, but there's no way Swerve's dropping it right now.
I would be shocked if just Will's the double champ and then that's it.
AEW would be. I mean, they would be. I would like for them to do something surprising like that. I tell you what.
It would be surprising. I would be surprised. I think a lot of people would be fucking surprised if I'm being honest with you, Dev.
Absolutely.
Last thing we got here before we close out the pod. You wanted to touch on this real quick. Bronny James.
Bronny James, man, to the goddamn Lakers.
Yeah. LeBron, congratulations. You fucking got your wish.
You did it, man.
I'm not leaving until I get to play with my son, and you didn't even have to leave LA. You got to do it all staying.
Hey, you know what's crazy though, bro? Like, hey, I want to say this for the pod just to put people into perspective and know what time we're in and appreciate this motherfucker. This means that Bron's on his way out.
Oh yeah.
And obviously, I know that that's been said. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, everybody knows. But like now, we're now we're in it. You know what I'm saying? So now that we're in it, man, I just want to say, like, appreciate that motherfucker while he's here, because he's got like 1, maybe 2 years left, and he's a gunner.
Well, he's gonna sign a 3-year max deal. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna sign a 3-year.
Oh, he just signed a 3-year max.
That's what he's gonna. That's what that contract was offered yesterday, and then
Okay.
everyone's like, is he gonna sign? Is he not gonna sign? And then
he doesn't. Hey, he said that he's not gonna let Bronny influence. He's not gonna let that Bronny's decision like influence him or whatever. But let's be honest, does he really have a choice here?
No.
Let's be honest, right? He don't got.
Yeah, and
LeBron's
agent told everybody don't draft him because he'll go to Australia. So that's hilarious. He'll go play ball in Australia for a year if you draft him, so you're just wasting your pick. Okay, we're not going to do it. Then they got to the Lakers, and they were like, actually, Bronny would love to play for you. And then I just imagine another GM being like,
wait a second.
Hey, did you talk to Bronny's agent? Yeah, he said he'd love to come here. He did. He told us that he'd go to Australia for a year. And then the Lakers being like, nope. And he said he wouldn't be more than happy to be a Laker. He said that he's already wearing the hat, the uniform, and everything. He's coming ready to play tomorrow. He's already on his way to the facility as we speak. I don't know what he's talking about. I think that's hilarious.
LeBron James got a podcast with JJ Redick. JJ Redick ends up the coach of the Lakers.
Yep.
Bronny James is the son of LeBron James, and Bronny James is now on the team with his father in the NBA. I don't give a fuck if it's nepotism. You have got to clap it up for that man.
For what? Pulling the strings behind the scenes? Sleeping with the GM's wife or something? Like, clearly there's something else going on behind the scenes. Yeah, clearly there's something else.
Yeah.
How is he getting away with all this? How is he getting away with his son being here?
It's a good question.
Now this being here.
It is a good question.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of people who wanted a lot of things because they were the best in the league and didn't get them. They were told fuck off. And LeBron's getting all of it right now. So maybe he's got something on them and he's like, look, motherfuckers, you're going to give me what I want, or I'm going to tell the whole fucking media what you guys are really doing. And maybe there's something else going behind the scenes, and we won't find out until there's a 30 for 30 made 20 years later.
Yeah.
Now, is that all crazy conspiracy? Yes. But is it out of the question? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I think it's something to just keep in the back of your brain, everybody. Why is LeBron getting away with all this? And people are going to go, well, because he's the GOAT. Yeah, but I've seen the GOATs in a lot of other sports not be able to get away with a lot of other things. Tom Brady's the GOAT. His ass wasn't able to get away with shit. If anything, they were on his ass more because he's the GOAT. So you can't God bless you. You can't just say that he's getting away with it because he's the GOAT, because that's not how it works. MJ, he didn't get special fucking rules for when he was the GOAT of his time.
No, he did not, man. No, he did not.
So why is he getting this? What's the real reason?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. But all I know is either it's gonna come out one day, or we're all gonna be wondering what the hell happened with this guy.
Or they're gonna get a ring and no one's gonna care. They're gonna go, this is LeBron's team. This is his super team. This is LeBron. I kid you not. There's no chance in hell LeBron does not coach that team. I know JJ Redick is the head coach, but LeBron, he's the head coach. That is his team. That is his locker room. He
handcrafted that team, bro. It's actually
JJ Redick's just there to hold the clipboard.
Let GM.
Yes, correct.
Let GM.
JJ Redick is going to do one thing, and that's going to be to help Austin Reeves make more threes. That's
correct. And goddamn it, that's going to make the Lakers better. So hey, he did his job.
Exactly, I agree. I mean, JJ Redick, he's been in the league for 15 years. He's been to the NBA playoffs 14 times. It's not like this motherfucker doesn't know what he's doing a little bit. So just keep that in mind.
JJ Ringless?
That's a great question. I want to say no, but I'm going to tell you right now. Has JJ Redick ever won an NBA championship? No, he did not. Yeah, I didn't think he did.
Oh.
Because you got to remember, he spent a lot of his career with that Clippers team when it was Chris Paul and Blake Griffin, and they should have won, but they didn't. And And then after that, I don't think he spent more than 2 years with the team. You know what I mean? Because he just
it was over with. Yeah,
he was on Contenders. He just was never on Champion.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is all that we have for you guys here on the Pod Arena. Pushed it an hour 15. That's normally how we operate. Hour 15, hour 30.
Man,
So, Devin, let you plug whatever you need to plug, and then yeah.
Listen, man. The only time you're gonna see Zoo is on this goddamn pod. You understand me? 7 Daily Sins coming soon. I'm locked in. You won't be able to find me anywhere but here, so you better show your goddamn ass every week. It's coming soon. I'll keep y'all updated. Let's fucking go, baby.
Yes, sir.
All platforms.
All platforms.
Allergies.
Apple
Fucking
Music,
ass.
Spotify, everything. Come on now.
Yes, sir. Come on now.
And also check out the Sharp
fuck
Sports Network. We're doing big things. We just did a mock draft that we streamed last night with
Yes, sir.
Better and Green. So check them out as well. Also, if you're downloading the Sharps app, use promo code TACO011 when you sign up.
Come on now.
It helps you. And yeah, thank you. We should be live next week. Same time, same shooting the shit. And hopefully everybody's here. Yes, sir. Have a good one. McDilly. That's Lezu.
Take care. Brush your hair. How about those goddamn Mets?
Yeah. Do something nice for somebody and then